It's 4 o'clock. I guess this is the official start of the meeting. So we're just gonna do a quick roll call, I guess, to see who is present. We said Carrie is on the phone. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm on the phone. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, and then we have Wanda present.
Yes.
Okay. And then Jenna,
Present.
and then myself, Amy Oren. So the first motion, is that a motion? Or
Yeah,
first, we need approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion?
Motion to approve.
Okay,
I will second.
wonderful, perfect. Okay, next it's the,
You need to ask is the motion and the second, and say all.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, you guys, this is gonna be a fun meeting. Okay. All right, the second item on the list, we have to approve our minutes from our September 20th. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion to approve the September 20th minutes.
Okay,
And this is Jenna, all second.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? Wonderful. Okay, item number 3, public comment. I am so grateful no one's here today. Okay, perfect. Okay, number 4, staff report with Megan.
Hello. So we have some new staff incoming. Allison Starr has been promoted from an LA2 to a librarian position. She started that new position as of yesterday. We're in the midst of hiring a few different positions, including the newly funded positions that were requested earlier in the year, so that we can go back to more regular hours and not have to worry about closing unexpectedly. For some event highlights, Louise Erdrich's visit is next Thursday at Concordia. She's a big author, so I would advise going early, as seating is first come, first serve. Another event from the One Book, One Community this year is a nature printing event happening next month. Local printmaker Anna Johnson will be there leading a workshop on using nature, like leaves, flowers, other plant materials to create beautiful art prints. Registration is required for that event and opens this coming Monday. Another plant event is the monthly Grow and Grow. This month, the library will be giving out cuttings of peperomias, which I've been promised is good for beginning gardeners, as they are very, they tolerate benign neglect fairly well. We have some Halloween events coming up in the next couple weeks. For kids, there's pumpkin decorating this Thursday, the 20th. This Thursday and Friday, there isn't school, so we have kids' events during the day. Attendees should bring their own pumpkins, but the library will provide everything else needed to decorate them and make them beautiful additions to your porch. There are sessions at both Maine and Carlson for that. For teens, there's a creepy crafting program on the 20th at the Maine Library. That one does require registration, and attendees will be able to make a glowing mummy hand or a creepy eyeball bouquet. And for the whole family, we have our monthly trivia night. This month's focus is on spooky stuff. That will be October 27th at 6. People can come as teams, families, or as individuals. An event that's not necessarily Halloween themed, but could be considered creepy by some, is National Reptile Day. That is this Friday, and on Saturday, members of NDSU's Herpetology Club will be at the main library and bring some of their reptile friends. And there will be a craft and some other activities that go along with that. As always, there are other events in my written report and a full list on the library's website.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, next we have the director's report.
Yeah, for the packet, you can see it there, kind of a COVID-impacted director's report, a little bit shorter than usual, if anybody has any questions. In terms of facilities master planning, I also had a meeting with the consultants yesterday that wasn't on here. A lot of good information about kind of in terms of patron segmentation, kind of usage of collection versus size of collection, and ratios to that, and a lot more to come to the board, but a lot of good information coming from the folks working on the facilities master planning. If anybody has any questions.
All right. Unfinished business, none. So we just pass over that one. New business, service hours proposal.
Yes, per your packet, what you see is we're looking at, with really the goal after the first of the year, to reinitiate Sunday hours as they were previously, fall, winter, spring, and again, then summer between Memorial Day and Labor Day being closed Sundays across the organization. Knowing that of the 4 FTEs that we needed per the kind of staffing, understaffing that we experienced, we got 2 of the requested. So I put my hardworking team of schedulers and had them work out a way for us to regain Sunday hours and hopefully look at where we can probably reduce hours somewhere else in the week. And you can see that it happens at both Maine and Carlson, but what you see is the reduction at Maine is from Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. And they did a hard look at in terms of foot traffic, and obviously it gets pretty thin after 8 o'clock. The other reduction you see there is down at Northport, when you see them closing at 6 p.m. on Wednesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it's kind of the same story a little bit earlier at Northport in terms of foot traffic. The exciting thing is getting the Sunday hours back, because that is really a crucial day. It's always been a very busy 6 hours between, or 5, excuse me. So we're really excited about that. And so, again, this is a change to service hours. Want to bring this to the board. Obviously, the other 2 FTE that we're looking to fill, that we've requested, I'm looking to make a mid-year request in 2023 for those 2 additional positions, and we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, though, as Megan had said, we're in the process of hiring the other 2 FTE, the 4 part-time folks, to get it started and kind of get them in place and get them trained, and then after the first of the year, move into these new hours. So I'm looking for a motion and action from the board in regards to this proposal in terms of service hours.
Okay. So I just have a question. So the January 8th date is because you need time to train the 2?
Actually, what we're looking at is probably the first open day that make that change. That's related to like first Sunday.
Okay.
So I think we'll be good prior to the 8th in that regard.
Okay.
Okay.
I motion to approve.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Check. All right, next, we have FPS Student Library Card Collaboration Update.
And that FPS stands for Fargo Public Schools.
Okay, assumed, okay.
And with us, we have Lori West, our branch services manager.
Okay.
Yes, hello. All right, so we have offered this fall Fargo Public Library student ID cards through the library. So grades 6 through 12 had the option this fall, their parents or guardians, to opt in to get a Fargo Public Library card through PowerSchool login. And if parents did approve that, we were able to work with information technology folks at Fargo Public Schools as well as Fargo Public Library. I'll try not to mix those 2 up while I'm talking about them. And we were able to get that data from the registration, from the folks that did opt in, and just dump it into our system and get them registered for all of our services. And they can use their student ID card rather we're not going to give them a separate Fargo Public Library card. So if you have any kids in Fargo Public Schools, you know, they get that ID number right away when they're like in kindergarten. So it's a number that they're going to know. They can bring their ID card in and use that just as a Fargo Public Library card. They can access all of our services, so they can use our computers, they can check out, they can access our e-books, e-audiobooks, all of our online resources as well. So it was wonderful to hear from them in January. They reached out, Fargo Public Schools, to see if we were interested, and really happy to work with them on this. So everything is going super well at the moment. This fall we had over 5,100 new cards made
wow.
because of this new partnership. So we are hoping next fall we will be able to include kindergarten through grade 5, so do the full gamut, you know, kindergarten through grade 12, and get, I don't know, maybe double that amount. It's something where parents will opt in every year, so the card itself will be good for about like 13 months, just so that the kids could use it throughout the summer as well. And we might do some batch downloads throughout the year a couple times, because of course there are new students joining the school district, you know, really at any time. So yeah, we're super excited about it. It also helped us get to know some of the Fargo Public Schools employees as well. So now we've got some extra folks over there that we have their emails and contact information if we want to partner in other ways. Anyone have any questions?
Did you say that you're working on getting data to see how many people have used them or items that have been checked out?
So we have not yet dove into that, but I think we will. We can definitely pull circulation, so like items checked out and things like that. I'm not so sure about like computer use and like e-content, but
Right.
We
and
can look into that.
We're letting it just kind of float right now, and then give it some time,
Mm-hmm.
and then go back and see where the
Okay.
numbers are.
So they just use their student ID then
Correct.
instead of the library card? Oh, okay, that's really cool.
yep.
Okay,
All right.
any other questions? No, thank you. Thanks. That's a cool program. Okay, number 8, statistical report.
Yeah, and kind of getting to what Lori just said, you can see up there in the very top under library use, the new registrations of 5,911. That's a great number right there. And there, in terms of attendance, you can see the impacts there. We're still going up in comparison to the previous year, year-to-date through the end of September, 30% over last year. In terms of programming, still down around 4%, but catching up. You can see in comparison, September to September, a good 121% more than last September, so we're excited about that. Volunteer hours, God bless our volunteers. They really came back despite all this disruptions in COVID and what have you. So you can really see the impact there. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without them, so thank you, volunteers. Internet sign up is up as well considerably in terms of last year, and website use is pretty much the same as it was last year. In terms of overall circulation, in September to September comparison with last year, just almost a little over 3%, and year-to-date through the end of September, almost 9% up over last year. So we're gaining steam, which is always good to see.
Okay. Financial report.
All right, in terms of the donation summary, the $5, somebody liked their service and gave $5 right at the desk. The other one was a gift of $1,000 from the Prairie Heights Church. So thanks to them for the wiggle room. They really appreciate that. In terms on the expense side, the $200, thank you, friends, for billboards for One Book, One Community. The 1,430, 30 of that was thank you, friends, again, for staff development. recognition, and the $1,400 was an anonymous gift to Northport that purchased a new display shelving unit for the Northport Library. Again, thank you to the Friends for $229 expended for Crafternoons, which is very popular. And also, again, thank you again for the Friends for the $629 for One Book, One Community purchase of the Night Watchman copies that we've been able to give away. So that's the donation side. In terms of operating, looking at through 75% of the year lapsed, we're just under 72% expended. Obviously, watching that to the end, beginning to identify needs before the end of the fiscal year and act on those. So we're excited about that. Revenue, you can see just under $20,000 through the end of September. So that's where the financials sit as of right now.
Okay. Any questions? No? All right. Any friends of the library report?
They're not here, but they had, it looked like it was a fairly successful book sale a couple weeks ago. That was heavily attended, so excited about that. And I guess their revenue's back up again also, so they're excited about that as well. They're looking for new members for the board, so anybody out there that's interested.
I think, yeah, they kind of actively recruit at the book sale. You get a free book if you join.
Yep.
Do you know that?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, they told me that. Okay. So it looks like we're wrapping up. Our next meeting's November 15th. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay. All who approve?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.